Paula, it's so nice to speak with you. I'm Sophia Soto from the Nerds of Color.
Hi, Sophia.
Huge congrats, by the way, before we begin on your series. It's going to blow up. It is so, so good. And just wanted to give you that huge congrats before we begin.
Thank you so much. We loved making it. We just can't wait for the world to see it because it was such a joy bomb. And we're just like, oh, I can't wait to not just talk about it and to actually have people be able to see it.
Yeah, of course. And, you know, as a female viewer, one thing that really stood out to me about the show was that it's female led, which is, you know, it's so needed. So I wanted to ask you specifically why you think it's so important to have these female led shows in the entertainment industry.
Well, I mean, I think the entertainment, and we're watching it unfold. It's not ideal and where we want it, but we're watching the entertainment industry like sort of share the pie. You know, it was always like the sliver, or someone would say to me, why do you like being a female comedy writer? I'm like, well, I'm a comedy writer. You know, I'm not a female comedy writer. I don't just write female roles. I don't just write female jokes. And I think that all places that need to be represented, all people that need to be represented are starting to be able to tell their stories from the inside out. It isn't a story, you know, there used to be stories of someone written by someone completely not of that experience. So what I love about having a female led thing is always that I love being around my gal friends. I love the sort of nurturing yet extreme skilled, professional, amazing atmospheres that are created. But you know, when you're a woman, you can be a jerk and you can be a great person. So it doesn't, just because you're a woman doesn't mean a female led thing is going to be good. But when it's great people, period, male or female, it's like you've hit the jackpot. And I always love, you know, I'm at an age now where I don't like seek out new, very close friends, because I have close friends that I don't see enough. And this was just one of those where all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, these are going to be people that I will be friends with forever. Like forever. I really do feel that.
Love that. You put that so perfectly. And one of the other things I love about the show is this message of like following your dreams and second chances. Mm-hmm. What do you hope this sort of teaches viewers? And did it teach anything to you while you were reading the scripts or seeing the final episodes?
Well, you know, it does kind of echo, in a way, it echoes my journey of like coming up as a young actor. I was a young actor. I wanted to do theater. I, you know, did theater. I got my degree in theater. And then I, you know, performed at the theme parks in Florida. And then I just kind of out of the blue, sort of, you know, had done a pilot and got sort of discovered by SNL. They wanted me to be a writer. And I came there and didn't understand it. I thought it was like some kind of prank that like someone was going to jump out and go, we got you. Because I was like, a writer? Like I'm not a writer. And they're like, well, you wrote all the stuff you did that we just saw you perform. And so the fact sometimes when the universe picks you up and moves you to a different spot and goes, oh, you're going to do this instead, but it's related, that it taught me that you absolutely never know what's going to happen. You never really know in life what's going to happen, and you have to stay open, because there are many people that face those pivots that don't say yes to it, or they don't go. And I almost said no to SNL. I was so terrified. And my mother just said to me, what is the worst damn scenario? Like, seriously, you fail. And I'm like, fail at my iconic favorite place in the world I used to be obsessed with. And she's like, then so what? It's the so what feeling that I think all these ladies in the show get to, where, especially by the end of the season, in this first journey of this first season, where they're just like, oh my God, what if we said yes? Like, oh my God, what if we did? And so I do think that that's the most important for young and old women and everyone in between, to just all of a sudden go, what if? Like, what if I just said yes to this? A million different things in your life you could say yes or no to. So that always leads you to something good, I think.
Definitely. And I wanted to give you a little fun, creative question. Is there a certain phrase or tagline that you would use to describe your character? Anything at all?
Oh my goodness. I would think that Gloria would be like at the end, she'd try to make it sexy, but she wouldn't really kind of be able to do it. But she'd be like, I got your back, sister. You know, she'd have like finger guns and she'd have like an Amber Alert, like at the ready, lots of gear, and she'd be like, I got your back, sister.
I love that.
And she'd try to do it really low and low because Gloria just thinks sexy is lower. So it's like when they say it sexier, instead of doing it higher, she just did it really low.
And I was just curious if there was a certain aspect to this project that really sort of stood out to you compared to your past projects.
I think the musical element, when I did co-op the documentary now episode, it was such a incredible thrill to sing with people again because I really miss singing. I sang my whole first like 25 years of my life, 30 years of my life. I was always in some kind of choir. I was always in some kind of group or doing a musical because I was such a musical theater nerd. And so the ability to sing in a show, it's not that common. I mean, it's getting more common. There's a lot of musical shows now that are really great, but to be able to actually sing and perform in a show and harmonize, because harmony is my joy of my life. And you'll know if you're friends with me that if we're sitting and somebody has a, guitar, I want to harmonize to something because I love it. I love it. And I got to do it and, have it be a job. So that was a huge thrill for me.
Fantastic job, and congrats again, and thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to meet you. Bye, Sophia.
Well, have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much again.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.